Welcome back, everyone. Third hour here of Court of Swords. We are getting XP. Adam?
That's right. Yes. The three of you who fought all three things, you get 1,200 XP, and then Jiva, you get 900.
All right.
1,200, you said?
Yeah.
Cool. Dan, I have 12,504. Are we the exact same, Sam?
Yep.
Or I don't know why I just called you Sam. There's literally no reason for me to ever call you Sam, but I did it.
Sam's game.
You're not even like. There's nothing at all. You're not even British. You don't play the same games. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, let's move on.
It's called Going Senile.
I'm just going to double check too, because I am level 6, right? I'm level 6, or is it level 5? I can't remember where we were at.
Well, let's look at your character sheet.
It might sound stupid. I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
You have 17,400 experience points on your character sheet. So whatever that is.
14,000 is level 6.
Yeah.
Okay. That is. Yep. I'm just making sure because I don't think I had updated. Like I didn't have the 6 next to my character thing. I'm just double checking to make sure. Because if I'm wrong, that's a big mistake for a while to sustain.
Yes, it really is.
And it also means the difference between 1 extra rage. So I wanted to make sure I had that sorted.
Yeah, I remember you getting
kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So, you have your experience. You've taken a short rest. What are you gonna do?
Berg's leading, and we're moving down the line.
Okay.
I think the plan was to revisit that room and continue down that path.
Okay.
Maybe be a little bit more.
Berg looks left, right, into the corners.
All right. This time there is nothing lurking in the shadows, waiting to jump out.
Did we check the bodies of these two?
There were no bodies. Like there was clothes and like
right?
piles of ash. But you can dig through the clothes and stuff if you want.
Yeah,
it's like in Skyrim when you take down certain things, just like a salt pile, right?
Yeah. So it hits them with a plasma rifle and Fallout. There's no I mean they don't have any stuff on them. The outfits have like fine brass buttons, and at one point were nice, but they're all dirty and like blood stained and filthy now.
Okay. Yeah, I rummaged through them then and cast them aside.
Yeah, your hands get dirty from the like ash that now covers all of them.
Yeah.
Berg peeks around this corner.
All right, Berg, peek around that corner.
I peek.
Can you see the blood? There's blood on the floor, Berg. Lots of it.
Over there.
Yeah.
I think Berg just kind of goes back and just blood.
You hear a faint mumbling. Someone kind of murmuring to themselves, a low voice in the dark.
Creeping forward.
Okay.
Creeping forward.
So you see at the edge of your vision a shape. Someone is kneeling with their hands kind of in their lap and they're like rocking back and forth, and they're murmuring to themselves.
That sounded good.
And there's a bunch of blood in front of them, just like everywhere. They're wearing like, I guess like traveler's clothes, and they appear to be wearing like bandages around their eyes. There's like white cloth stained with blood, and they're like murmuring and rocking back and forth. And you can just barely make out on their arm. There's a red band tied around their arm, a red armband.
Ma'am?
Your voice echoes. They don't seem to. Whoever they are, he doesn't seem to hear you.
Yeah, I'll move up a tiny bit.
Okay.
Berg's gonna like position right here.
All right. Yeah. So Berg, the light from your shield falls on the man. He has a dried blood on his head. He has like scraggly black hair and like awkward kind of bald patches. There's dry blood dripping down like this, dripped down and dried on his face. His eyes, these bloody bandages cover them. And yeah, he's just like clutching at his chest and like murmuring. And as you get closer, it sounds like he's adding things together. Like he's doing figures. He's like 286, and he's mentioning like occasionally like goods. He's like 286 barrels at 2 gold a barrel, and like murmuring through this, and he doesn't seem to be repeating it. He's just like, 15 boxes of salt, 2 copper a box. Like keeps just like listing this like trade manifest or something.
We should leave him alone. He's busy counting. Let's just move on.
Okay. Or just like goes in the side of the wall here.
And so Berg, as you move towards him, you get a little closer, and he stops, and he turns his head and he points right at you, and he's like, "Where do you think you're going? You haven't paid. Must pay for what you've taken. Must pay."
I haven't taken anything.
And he shakes his head and he says, "Come here to trade. Must come here to trade. Take gold away. Bring goods. Prosperity. Prosperity for the company."
What do you trade?
And he looks up and says, "Wholesale only. Large quantities of goods. Food. Excavation supplies. Fuel. Lantern
He looks
oil."
at the others like,
Yeah,
And then he kind of lapses into another kind of like, when you say that, he starts listing things that he sells, and then he starts listing prices for them, and then he just like rolls into doing the whole thing again. Enoch, can you make a perception check for me?
That's a 12.
All right, that's enough. You recognize on the armband, it's the symbol of you can't quite place where you've definitely seen them before. They're worn by some trading company. There's like a particular, they operate out of the Court of Coins, which this guy, now that you see him, looks like he's from. It's some kind of trading company. He's a company man, but you can't remember any of the other details.
When you look back, I was already going to speak, and I think I looked back at him and recognized everything Adam just described. But you're from a trading company, right, sir?
And he nods. "Company man, all my life worked for the banner, everything under the banner."
Yeah, we're here from the company to save you.
And he make a deception check.
Fuck! I should have somehow been intimidation. Hey, I'll take the 20 though.
nice.
Face. All right. So he stops a second, and he holds out his hands. You can see that his nails are all broken and his like hands are all bloody, and he holds his hands out and he says, "I've waited such a long time in the dark. You've come to take over then. How's the project in the jungle? Everything going well?" And he gets up, but his legs are too weak to support him, and he just kind of like tumbles forward and like lands on his elbows. Now he's just like lying there in the blood, like apologizing. He's like, "I'm sorry, I haven't eaten in some time," and he's like trying to get himself up.
No, it's we had some setbacks, but it doesn't matter. Okay, we're here for you. We've got some men stationed over at the stairs if you want to make your way there. There's also some other folk in here that we're here for, so we're going to continue forward. You've been here a long time? Were you only here? You've been missing for some time.
And he says, "Came to the House of the Falcon to make the trade. Sent me back after what happened in the jungle. I thought it was a failure, the project. It's carrying on without me then, doing well. It's been such a long time. Lucrative deals. But I came here where it was safe. In the city." And Jiva, the shadow tiger, is like leaned up against a wall looking at him with disgust. And he says to you, "Look at the weakness of men." Shakes its head.
I whisper to you, Enoch, and I'm like, "Ask him about the blood."
Yeah, sir, is this unfortunately your blood?
And he kind of like tips his head back and forth, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having some trouble with my vision, you see. I don't know anything about any blood. I haven't been feeling well. I thought I'd take a moment to rest. Couldn't
well,
find the lord of the house.
That's okay. Is there anyone else down here that you know of? We're here to rescue a bunch of people.
He says, rescue? Who needs rescuing? I thought you were here to relieve me of duty. I can go home now. See my family.
Well, yes, of course, someone's going to take your place, obviously.
And he keeps trying to stand and like falling and then like apologizing for it. And like, yeah, it's a sad sight. Like,
yeah,
Slipping on blood and shit too.
yeah.
I'm trying to. Is there some sort of hand gesture in this region that people would immediately respond with? I mean, I could like flick them off, but I don't want to be aggressive. Like, is there some sort of common hand gesture in maybe in the Court of Coin or something like that?
What are you trying? Well, I guess what are you trying to do?
I think he's testing his vision.
I'm trying to test his vision.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Like, you could like wave in front of his face, or like, I mean, it's up to you to figure out how you test that. But I don't think there's any like gesture that. I mean, again, if you want to,
they're like, fucking, you see this
exactly.
shit.
that would be one, right? If you're just like, that's for you, buddy. I mean, he'd probably say something if he saw you do that, but he definitely seems blind. He's like turning his head back and forth, and when someone speaks, he doesn't look at them. He turns his head so one of his ears is facing them. He's acting like he's blind.
Okay, yeah, I'll do like I like wave my hand in front of him if he doesn't track it. I turn and only me and Burgess.
Yeah, you're also like 50 feet away from him, so
He Stretch Armstrong's his hand out there.
we'll have to move into the room.
Yeah, I mean I move in 10 or 15 feet, not too much, to the edge of or to the center of the light.
I mean, he saw Berg, or at least was aware of his presence. When Berg was probably heard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
yeah,
either way,
So when I see Enoch like wave his hand to try it, like I would assume that he's trying to test his vision or whatever. I'm gonna cross like the room over here to see if he because Ziva's a lot quieter than Berg, so he wouldn't hear me moving over there.
Are you intentionally being stealthy, or are you just walking?
Yeah, I'm gonna like kind of stealth walk over there so that to see if the guy watches me.
Make a stealth check. Okay, no, he doesn't turn his head or seem to notice at all.
Okay, so and I kind of wave a little bit as I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, he definitely seems blind. Yeah.
Okay. And I look back at Enoch and I just go like this.
When you do that, I put my hand over my lip and I look at Ramus and put my hand over my lip, and then turn to Berg and give him a thumbs up. Wait, me and this other fellow over here are here to replace you. So if feel free to. The door's right behind us. If you want to follow my voice.
So you walk over and help him stand because he's not.
No, I'm not moving.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of crawls towards you a little bit and tries to stand, stumbles again, and he says, I'm afraid I'm feeling faint. Please, and he reaches out help me.
I'm looking at Berg and turn around to Ramus and I don't know what to do in this situation.
So I kind of wave at them to get their attention, and then I just go like this.
Sir, do your family? You said you miss them?
He nods. He says, I haven't seen them in a long time. I meant to send them a letter, but I've lost track of the time.
Do you have
Guest of the house.
Did you write the letter already? Do you have it on your person?
Yeah, he shakes his head. He says, "No, I've left my traveling things in the inn, you see. I had a dinner appointment with the lord of the house. I had intended to write them back, but I wasn't feeling well at supper. The lord put me up, and, well, I've just lost track of time."
And your family, the names, and where did you say you're from exactly? Be as specific as possible, please.
He names a town in the a town whose name like he says a word in the like dialect of the Court of Coins that translates into something like like Verdant Chapel or something. You've never heard of it. It's probably just like a shit town somewhere in the Court of Coins. And he gives you a couple of names. He names a woman's name and the names of his children.
Oh, okay, sir. I'll make sure they know what happened. And I reach for my crossbow and take a shot at this guy.
So as you reach for your crossbow, the Shadow Tiger says to you, Jiva, tell your friends you'll do it. The old man has a bit of life left in him.
But
I'm like loading the crossbow bolt in slow motion as you're having this mental
trying to be quiet
conversation.
about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is why you're talking, like while you're talking to him.
Okay.
Well, so I see, like, I kind of see the direction that the conversation's going. He's like, is reaching for his crossbow and has to load it and everything. Can I just like dash forward and like sneak attack this dude since he doesn't know that I'm here?
Yeah. I mean, you could be making your way over there and like just cut his throat.
Yeah,
Okay.
while the conversation was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, as
so-
I'm talking, I'm like kind of creeping over.
Yeah. So you Enoch, as he's speaking to you, it looks like Jiva is using this as an opportunity to get behind him, right? Because she's like, yeah, keep him distracted, right? And so he's like, Verdant Chapel it's beautiful in the spring, cold a bit in the winter, but by springtime, the blossoms. You should see the lotuses on the pond. And then Jiva, how do you kill him? Are you just gonna cut his throat?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then he's just like, "Ugh," and like tries to breathe, and it just bubbles through the sudden gap in his throat, and he goes limp, and no one can see this, but the tiger is leaning in front of him, eye to eye with him, and just takes like a deep breath, and you can feel the last spark of his life drift out of him and into the shadow tiger. You gain a point of chi, and he dies.
Sweet.
Yeah, and so his body just slumps forward into the already congealed blood.
Way to go. Just taking stuff from old men who have nothing.
Yeah, I think when he died, I'll make sure they hear of you, old man.
Okay, so the village, the village is called Verdant Chapel.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the Court of Coins. And let me get a name of his wife.
Okay.
Her name is Chinhua, and it means spring flower. And if she is alive, that's where she is.
Okay. Got it written down.
Okay.
Dude, this dude been in here for like centuries.
He's been here a long ass time. Yeah.
He might have relatives.
Okay. Yeah. So he just tumbles forward, and his body goes limp.
Can I search his like robes to see if he had anything on him?
Yeah. So you pat him down. He doesn't have anything. He has a coin pouch that looks like it got torn on something. So the coins all like fell out. Anything else that he was carrying seems missing. He has tucked into his inside pocket a folded piece of paper with the broken seal of the Scarlet Banner Trading Company.
Okay. So I like take the seal or whatever and I hand it to Enoch because it probably wouldn't mean that much to me, but
okay.
He seemed to know what it was, so.
Sure.
You said Silver. What was it? Silver Eagle Trading Company? What's the name of it?
Scarlet Banner.
Oh, Scarlet Banner.
Silver Eagle.
Why did I think that?
Scarlet-
I mean,
Close.
it's
Silver Eagle.
It's a color and an object.
Yeah.
Purple donut.
The Silver Sam Trading Company.
Oh, it's Scarlet. What everyone started talking
Scarlet
about.
Banner.
Scarlet
Banner.
Okay.
Yes. Berg. If you would remember.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah. If Berg has had if he can see this symbol, like he recognizes
you
it.
recognize. I mean, you fought dudes wearing that armband
Yeah,
before.
exactly. Yeah.
So do you look at the paper?
Yeah, I look at one edge, flip it over, try to decipher if I can.
Yeah,
read
you
it.
open it. It's a trade commission. It's basically like a commission to this dude to trade with the nobility of the this neighborhood of the city and basically is like authorization from the company. And it appears to be dated like a decade ago, and it's like filthy and stained with blood, and parts of it you can't read, including the guy's signature. His little like chop, his stamp is gone because of the blood stains.
Okay. Yeah, this letter's 10 years older. I'll try to find someone who understands it. We should continue on.
All right.
I probably like walk by him and stare at him, just shake my head, feel sorry for him.
I think Berg, like regards him and just like, rest easy.
And Ziva like kind of feigns sadness and is like, that could have been me.
Ramus just casually looking at Ziva.
Ramus just like
just staring the entire time.
You give her the Luigi drive by, just
yeah.
Don't you fuck with me.
It's good.
I like that. All right. So where are you, Berg? You're in the lead. Where are you going?
Peeking, doing a little peekaboo action like he likes to.
Okay. Yeah. You look out into the hallway, and from here you can see that there's a raised area that runs along here. Okay. It's about 5 feet up, and there's a set of stairs, so you can kind of go around to get up it. Or you can just climb; it's not that high. And then there is a series of alcoves along the back wall. That appear to have stone shelves in them, but the shelves are empty currently.
Again, like Berg looks back to the party and just, where? Up there, or down to the left?
Ziva, this is you know the way.
With my since I can see in the dark, I'm just pretending that I can't see because these guys think that I can't. Can I see anything that indicates, or do I know where the lord of the house would be?
You can feel his presence everywhere. He permeates the place. Okay. So no, you're in his lair, so it's hard to say. Yeah.
But I could see down each of these hallways, right?
Everything that you can see on the map is what you can see. I've given you better and further. Oh, okay. You can see better than everybody else.
I think Berg's just kind of looking at the bloody footprints and straining his eyes to see as far as he can in this direction.
Actually, I should give you. Hold on. There you go. There's your proper.
Okay. And so I kind of look around and I'm like, this place is a labyrinth, but I think the way to the left looks familiar to me. I know I saw some of the workers or whoever they were down here going that direction, so I would imagine that if there were an exit, it would be that way.
Then we go.
Okay. All right, Berg. So you're following the bloody footprints. To your right, the raised area with the alcoves with shelves, the empty shelves, and and you carry along this wall. You can see that fairly quickly ahead of you. The hallway continues and then also turns left. There's a big 20-foot opening that goes down that way. Big wide hall.
Okay. Little peek around the corner.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Map. It goes as far as the light from Ramus's magic will go.
Berg doesn't say anything, but he just looks left, right, pausing.
Okay.
Waiting for others. Berg is not the thinker.
Yeah, when we get up to the edge, Berg, how far does that go down?
I can't see. Long ways.
Ziva, which direction were you kept?
I look around and I'm just like, I don't think this hallway was where I was kept. No. But I also don't know what's down there.
I hate when I forget where I just came from an hour ago.
Well,
When that happens.
Are we trying to get to the cages? Because why would you want to go to the prisons?
There could be other prisoners to help us.
There were no other prisoners, as you said. I was just there an hour ago. Unless they found someone in the past hour.
Well, it does make sense. They wouldn't have another exit right next to the prison. They'd probably want it to be as far away from the prison as possible. I think we should go the opposite direction, whichever direction that is. So, Ziva, if you can remember that. If it's down this way or if it's down that way, that'd be a big help. And Ramus, it's obviously Ziva, all right? Just get over it.
Carol. This hallway is not familiar to me, so this is not where the prisons are.
Then let's keep going.
I think I agree with Berg.
Are we sure we want to be following these footsteps?
No.
If you have another option, Ramus.
I mean, maybe we should look in the direction without the footsteps first.
You're right, Ramus. You lead.
Well, I'll just follow you, Berg. I like that idea.
All right, so Berg, you continue down the hallway, shedding light as you go, and you see before you that the hallway doesn't actually go too much further. The bloody footprints terminate at the wall at the back end of the hallway.
I see gold.
You can see.
Continue.
So stop where you are. Let me describe it. So you can see it it terminates, just ends at the end here. There is what looks like a body, like a mostly decomposed body, lying in a pile of bones. There's a scattering of gold and silver coins on the floor, and there are two statues standing in the back corners of this hallway.
I'm sure they're perfectly normal.
The statues appear to be of warriors, so they're clad in armor. They're holding spears topped with some kind of like gemstone, and they have the heads of a falcon. They have kind of like an Egyptian like vibe. They look like sort of Horus, but yeah, wearing armor and standing with their backs to this wall.
Or stops, looks back at Ramus, is like,
Maybe you.
and then makes a motion, like magic.
Do we see these bones and whatnot?
Oh yeah. Big old pile of bones. Just
It looks
bones
dangerous. So Berg's
Yeah,
like,
no,
scattered
I
everywhere.
don't do the whole detect magic thing.
Like the second that I guess I see that, Bert, stop. That's clearly a trap.
I have stopped.
I'm just don't move. That's a trap. We need the halfling here to do what she does best.
Enoch, are those statues representative of the House of the Falcon? Are you familiar with that?
I take a closer look. Do I need to roll to know or
Yeah, roll history.
5? Well, they're statues, Ramus.
Often
really?
humans will carve things in the shape of their own bodies to symbolize. Yeah, no, I don't. It's a big statue.
Okay.
I don't, Ramus, I don't know. They're statues. Don't interrupt me.
Sorry. They're beautiful.
Well, this hallway ends. This is clearly not an exit. Should we just go the other way?
But hold on.
Let's get a little closer look.
No.
Not too close.
No movement.
Just slightly.
I'm thinking if that is a trap, there's got to be a door over there that leads somewhere. It might be a bottomless pit, but then the bones wouldn't be there. Something. I look at the statues. Do they have like a opening on them or anything?
You are 45 feet away from them.
I gotta
so you
stop
just,
thinking.
you,
Yeah.
You just see statues.
Yeah. I'm trying to be 40.
Hmm.
I don't want to be. I could see a hole in a guy's statue.
You're like standing at the back, like squinting really hard,
Yeah.
trying to be like. And it's is that a hold the light up a little? Like you can't. They just look like statues from here.
Berg, move the light up just a little bit more, just so the light hits them.
Get a little, there you go. You're a little closer. Okay, so Berg, when you step, when your light is cast, the bright light is cast on the statues. There is a faint kind of hum, like you feel it more than you hear it, a sort of basso-like rumble, and then the statues in unison they speak.
Oh fuck!
Hold, and it echoes.
I like it.
And what do you do? There's just like this echoing thing, and then you stop. Jiva, you back away.
I think Berg just goes.
Berg, don't speak yet. I want to get a real close look at if I can see if I can tell if there's any like mechanisms like gears or pressure plates around on the floor in front of us.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Yeah,
18.
that's pretty high.
Okay. No, you feel a faint like tingling in your skin, but this whatever this is, it seems to be magical, not mechanical. And as you're looking around, the voices say, "Answer or perish." And then there's another short pause, and then in unison they speak and say, "Two in a corner, one in a room, none in a house, but one in a shelter. Who am I?"
Fucking hate riddles.
God.
So as long as you don't move, the tingling doesn't get any like stronger or like whatever, but you feel this like, yeah, this intense like energy in the air.
Also, everyone close chat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Closing chat.
That's gonna spoil the shit out of this. If you
Yeah,
don't.
I wrote it down. 2 in a corner, 1 in a room, none in a house, 1 in a shelter, I think is.
One in a shelter. Yeah.
I know. I've already heard this riddle before.
Okay. Good. Then
Partic-
you're prepped.
Great. Okay. I was like, I know this riddle.
that's
So
great.
Ziva, like I hear the start of the riddle.
Halflings love riddles.
Yeah. And
I
I
think
like
Berg's just sitting there, just like.
Yeah, Enoch's. 1, 2, in a-
I like hurriedly walk forward and I like put my arm out in front of them.
Hmm.
And then I look at the statues and I say, "You are the letter R."
We are the dead stay dead. And then there's just quiet, and the tingling feeling just kind of evaporates, and you're just like you're just in the hallway.
And then I turn back and I look at Ramus and I say, "Now believe that I'm here to help you."
But how would you know that? I mean, I couldn't figure that. Ramus, could you figure that out?
I was just
of the
about
riddle.
to say it until someone interrupted me.
I got this one, guys.
Today's episode of Quarter Sword sponsored by the letter R.
Later, you'll be attacked by pirates. Okay.
I kind of look. Everyone just back up.
The feeling is gone. I think we're safe. I think she disarmed it.
Everyone
feel
just
that.
back up.
Berg moves up. Boop.
Okay. Yeah, Berg, you approach.
I'm like, just everyone move back, and Berg moves forward.
The statues remain inert. The bones stay bones. You get to the edge of the pile. There are like burn marks all over the walls and the floor, like deep furrows in the floor too, that seem to originate from the statues and then cut across the hallway. And there's just one like mostly intact body that's just kind of like lying on the floor face down. There's a bunch of coins scattered on the floor, and then the footprints walk right up to the wall and then stop.
Little closer.
Okay, you continue to skulk forward.
I'm hiding in Berg.
Okay, everybody gently
I mean,
moves
I'm staying
forward.
at the edge of the light.
This is a wise choice. Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, so the statues, they are old and carved with skill, but
I guess Berg investigates kind of this statue.
Are these coins like modern day currency on the floor?
you crouch down and like take a good look at them. Make a history check.
22.
They appear to be a mix of coins, modern and old, but nothing ancient.
Okay. These coins are interesting. Quite a mix.
Some of them are melted. Some of them are like melted into the like groove in the floor. Yeah.
Adam, am I close enough to see any openings on the statues?
The statues don't appear to have any openings that you can see from here.
Okay. Yeah. Did you coins? What is there anything on that wall, Ziva? Something you can press and a door will open or something? You're the thief. I don't know how these things work.
Can I do any kind of like check or something? Like if there's anything I can.
Yeah, you just tell me what your character is doing, and then you can roll like an investigation check.
Okay, cool. Well, I was like kneeling over this pile of coins with Ramus because the gold attracted me. And when he says that, I kind of stand up and I'm looking around and like looking for any bricks that look as though they could be pushed in, like if they're not attached to the wall fully, or looking for like things that like levers that could be pulled, or like the statue if it has like a spear, like if that could be moved or something.
Looking for.
They do have spears, don't they? They have like.
Yep, they're holding spears and they have like shields. Are you just looking, or are you touching?
Just looking.
Okay. All right. Make a perception check. Actually, make an investigation check because you're investigating with your eyes. Your eyes reveal no secrets that you can find. I mean, yeah, the statues look to be carved out of a single block of sandstone each. The wall appears to be the same wall that every other wall in this place is. Yeah, nothing seems out of the ordinary except the footprints that disappear into the wall.
So I just kind of like everything seems like it ends here.
I think Ramus picks up the prettiest looking coin he could find. If there's one intact and it looks really pretty, takes just one of them.
There's like a platinum coin. Pick it up.
Take it and just put it in my pocket.
Okay, you get
Good
one.
luck. Good luck.
One platinum.
While they're all doing that, I'm like right over these footsteps on the floor marked in blood. I take like the tip of the rapier and try to like scrape some off it. It's not wet blood, right?
No.
It's pretty dried.
Yes.
Trying to. It's weird after watching like, I don't know, Dexter or CSI or anything like that. Part of me wants to like taste the blood and see if I know where it's from, but that's not possible at all.
Still fresh.
Yeah.
Human spoor.
We got to go back the other way.
Well, obviously something walked through here. There's got to be a way through.
No, I think that whatever this is was just the trap with those statues and the question that it asked us. I mean, not everyone's as smart as us, so clearly.
I think we all like glance at Berg briefly as you say that.
Harsh tokes.
That's our friend, Ramus. Don't be rude. He is dumb, but he's our friend.
Wow. My friend is special, not dumb.
Berg's just kind of snarling a little bit like.
No court of law in the world would convict you if you killed them both now.
We need to go back. All right? Let's just turn around. Go the other way. If Ziva can't find anything, I believe there's nothing to be found.
Those gemstones are very pretty up there on those statues. Just saying.
Yeah, and I bet that's what caused the corpses at your feet. But just a guess.
Point.
Just a guess.
Fair point.
The footprints stop right here. Something behind the statue, maybe.
You're quite strong, Berg. Maybe if you press against the wall there.
Berg like looks at him like.
You don't respect me.
I mean, I'm just going to investigate the statue if there's anything that Berg's limited mind can potentially see. Okay. If there's something that looks like maybe it's like, can be pressed in or it's not completely, solid with the statue.
Are you touching the statue? Are you looking at the statue? Tell me what you're doing.
Yeah. I guess looking at it at first to see if there's anything that looks off,
Okay. Giving it a good up and down. And you got to be clear with me.
At this moment, I'm just looking. Berg's just looking.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Well,
I mean, it looks like a statue. Yeah, you don't get any particular insight into it without examining it with your hands. Yeah, it looks like a big sandstone statue, all one color. It doesn't look like it ever had any paint on it. There is a piece of carved glass or a gem of some kind, smallish at the end of the staff.
So when Ramus pointed out the gems, Ziva didn't see them because they're very high up in the air. And she was focusing on the gold on the ground, where it's closer to her. So he points out the gems on the statues, and gets excited. And Ziva walks up and tries to climb the statue in order to pry the gem from the statue.
Ziva.
It's easy to climb up the statue.
Ziva.
Yeah, so you just like get one foot in the crook of its arm and like climb up on top of it, sitting on its shoulders. It doesn't move or tip over or anything.
And now the dungeon starts to collapse and fill with sand.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so you're like sitting on it. Yeah, it looks like it's wedged in there pretty good, like cemented in, but you could probably pry it out with a knife or something.
Yep, pry it out.
Okay, and you get your knife in there and like pop the piece of glass out. Make a perception check once you get it in your hands. Nice. Okay. It's finely carved. It is it's nice, but it's not a crystal or an emerald or anything. It's just colored glass.
Wow.
Is it? Would I know like if it's worth keeping?
Like a gold maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, I look at it and I'm disappointed, and I'm just like, it's not a gem, Ramus, and I like throw it on the ground, and I climb down.
All right, given that,
I mean, it breaks if you throw it on the ground.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Yeah.
Given that
So you just
Ziva,
chuck it on the ground and
Everything
just
Ziva
cracks.
just did, I'm just like, but please, no, wait, don't. Oh, you're fine.
It's like throwing shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Berg seeing Ziva like climb a statue is like, okay, he's a little more inclined to touch it, so he's gonna. It's possible. Can you just investigate again with touching with hands now this time?
Just tell me what you're doing.
Feeling the breasts to see if they go in. You know.
Good. Just it's mighty pecs. They're
Yep.
you know, they're very
Statue's
strong.
offended.
They
No,
remind
like
you-
maybe
they remind
messing
you
with
of
like
your own.
maybe he was messing with the arrow or something. He's just looking for like some sort of mechanism,
Pulling
a
on the
button.
staff.
Yeah, seeing
Yeah.
what's loose, seeing what's not.
Okay. Yeah, I think I think there's nothing like you pull on the staff, you like push on things, try to turn stuff. You spend a few minutes doing it, and nothing really happens. Yeah, the statue seems like pretty unremarkable. As I said to Ramus before, it seems like if anything was going on here, it's magic and not mechanics.
Looking at the ground, Berg, do you see any? Does Berg see any like slide marks of the statue moving out of the way? Any indication on the like dust or anything like that the statue moves?
Just the bones, the occasional like the sort of furrows, the body, the semi-melted coins in places, and then the bloody footprints that walk up to behind the statue. There's like one footprint on the side of the statue, and then one behind it, and then it's gone.
And Berg just addresses the statue. Then he's like,
Statue, can you please move?
You are met with silence.
Siva just like kind of scoffs and is like, talk to the statue.
That would have been amazing if it had worked, young lady.
Yo, Berg, what up?
I think Ramus goes up to the wall and puts his ear against it to see if like it sounds like there's anything behind it. Like,
Can you make a dexterity save for me?
Ooh. Yes, I would love to.
Thank you.
14.
Okay. You retain your footing, but you fall through the wall.
Oh,
So you go to put your head up to the wall and you just go and like go through it like it wasn't even there, and you all just see Ramus just like tumble away and disappear.
so the wall's still there, but it's just not.
When
Yeah.
Ramus goes through it, you see on the wall like a stone being tossed into a still pool, a ripple, and at the edge of the ripple, as it goes, the wall disappears.
oh.
Ooh, an illusion.
Yeah. So in front of you, let me adjust for you here. Let's see. You see, actually, I'll just drag Ramus. I'll drag you through. Ramus, you were in the dark on the other side.
Ramus?
I mean, reactionary, like Berg would immediately follow through.
It's an
so
illusion.
it ripples and vanishes and then sort of reforms as it stills.
It's an illusion. You could pass through.
And
How do we
Berg's
know
gonna
you're
go through.
not dead?
What?
How do we know you're not dead?
Berg's not paying
That-
attention to the conversation. He's just going through.
That's
through,
a
Bert?
question
Okay.
for philosophers.
All right, Berg.
Well, fuck, it's
You s-
dark.
You
It's
step
fine.
through. You step
Come
through, and
through.
suddenly, yeah, Jiva and Enoch, you're alone in the hallway, and it's very dark. Enoch, you can't see a thing.
Yeah,
But
I just...
Jiva-
fuck.
Jiva, you hear the shadow tiger be like, well, I can't see a thing. I mean, now would be a great time to kill him, don't you think? And it kind of like, it's kidding. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, you're alone in the dark with this guy. You feel that predatory urge while the others are talking.
Yeah. And I like chuckle, and I'm just like, well, we still need him.
It just puts its hands out like, as you say.
Yeah, once Berg goes through, I lose my light. I immediately rush through.
You're like, wait for me.
My light.
Yeah. I probably like almost like dash through.
Yeah,
So
you all
I'm
you all
probably like a
bump
square or so ahead.
Yeah, you all bump into each other in the next section of hallway. So from here, Berg, you can see ahead. There is a section of the wall that kind of narrows here.
Yeah.
There's like a little piece of wall sticking up. Beyond that, there is a lip, and then it drops about 10 feet into what looks like a room.
Okay. Yeah, just gonna move up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Carry on.
Is this right here? Is this like part of the wall you're talking about?
Yeah, you can sort of
So
squeeze.
you can't see through this. You gotta just go through. Okay.
Yeah, here, I'll just put a little dynamic lighting thing on there so that you can see that it's there. So like, there.
There you go.
Make sense?
Yep.
All
That's
right.
what I thought it is.
Yeah.
All right. So Berg's right here at the edge of the lip, kind of looking. This is interesting.
So ahead of you, you can definitely see glittering off of the edge of the the shield. You can see coins. You see pile of gold coins. You can see some treasure at the edge of a chest at the distant edges of your vision, and you can see what looks like a red like carpet over here lying on the ground. You feel a faint tingling standing at the edge of this lip, though,
Oh God.
like a static electricity in the air.
Yeah. Am I the only one that would be feel? I mean, I guess
Everybody
Berg's-
feels that. Everybody who's within, like in that square where you are on the edge, you can feel that, like your hair stands up a little bit. You get like goosebumps.
Yeah, when
Berg's
Enoch...
like,
Something's not right.
Another statue.
What? Do you guys feel that? I don't know what you two are talking about, but I kind of like rub my two fingers together in the air. The air's got something in it.
Yeah. So when you do that, you like move towards it. Again, it's like displacing like a barrier of fine mist. The air in front of you kind of like ripples, almost imperceptibly.
Well, something's fucked up in this room. We should go back.
Could be another illusion.
Will you just walk through that wall?
eh?
I know. Someone here is a master illusionist. That's some powerful magic back there.
Berg, is there another entrance on the other side of this room? I can't see that far.
I can't either.
Well, does the room end?
No, it keeps going. As will I.
Shiva, you can see almost the whole room.
Berg just steps down.
Okay, yeah. So Berg, you step down into the room. You pass through the barrier of mist. You feel a faint tingling in your skin, and then it fades. And at the far end, like Jiva, you can see there's like a huge plush red chair. There's some fine statuary. There's a bunch of chests sort of scattered throughout the room. There are some expensive looking rugs lying on the floor, and in front of the seat, there's a big pile of miscellaneous gold.
Well, when Berg like jumps down and nothing happens to him, so I kind of wait for a second. And I'm just like, oh, it seems safe. And I also step down.
Okay.
There are more statues though. I kind of look around.
These ones are different. These look like what looks like statues. These ones you can see the glint of, I guess as Berg gets closer, maybe you can see the glint of like metal. So maybe they might not be statues. They just are shaped like them. Yeah, suits armor or something.
Okay.
Berg's just slowly moving.
Ramus takes an extra close look at this mist, like this barrier, to like see if it can sense magic on it, or if there's something there. If you can just figure out what it is. It just seems odd and out of place to him.
Yeah. Can you make an Arcana check?
Okay. And no.
Okay.
Roll an
Yeah,
8.
it is weird. It's unsettling, but
Berg's looking around. He's like,
So much gold.
it's true.
I went over to this like trough of gold, like taking gold out of it.
Yeah, I
Berg
think
looks in the
as you
center of
start-
the room and spies something that maybe is familiar. I don't know.
I mean, what you see is what you see. But tell us what you see.
I think
Berg.
as you guys are walking towards it, and maybe like as she's picking gold up, guys, don't loot. Ah, fuck.
So she's standing by the trough looking at it. Everyone's kind of entered the room except Ramus.
Can it be Chuckles?
What?
What did he just say?
A what?
Who's all with? Who was alive at that point? Like,
I think you're the only one that remembers Chuckles.
I'm new.
Chuckles
Yeah.
and maybe that man that we killed.
Berg, what was that?
I think Berg
Are you
approaches a
with us
little
still?
bit.
I think he said jackals.
So you do see in the center of the room a pile of treasure. There's a bag that's been like kind of emptied and laid aside. There's a goblet, and then there's a little statue of like a marble statue of an elephant.
Berg, don't touch that.
I'm not touching. I'm looking.
Ramus,
But we want that elephant.
we don't want a stupid statue, Berg. That's dumb. Don't be dumb.
It is magic.
I'll let Ramus decide that, okay?
I love Ramus pacing back and forth outside the
Yeah.
barrier, like, oh god, what am I gonna do?
Something's. Don't trust it.
Ramus, we need you in here. You gotta... Something's not right with this room. You're the only one that's dealt with this before.
What happens if something goes wrong with this barrier? I don't trust this fog thing.
Well, what could go wrong? Tell us what the bads, and we'll let you know
I
if
don't
it's
know,
gonna
like
go
a
bad.
gigantic monster of great magical being that's trying to protect this treasure, and you guys are looting it.
I'm not looting it. I told him not to touch it.
Nobody's looted yet. Though Jiva, you're standing next to a big chest full of gold.
Those big black things. What are those? Look closer.
I
Pointing at
turn
the
around.
statue.
You talking
The
about?
statue?
Suits of armor.
Oh, over that way.
I mean, like
They're
the
chests.
gray thing at the top of the room is what I'm pointing at. Like in the middle of the top. Like there's something there.
Oh,
It's a suit of armor.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. Yeah, it's a suit of fine steel armor, standing on a wooden like mannequin. It's holding a pair of beautiful swords crossed over its chest.
Ramus, we could use you in here. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Last time I saw armor, it
So
killed one of
the
them.
middle of your conversation is interrupted.
Yeah.
There is a deep bellow that seems to issue from the back of the room. You hear a terrible roar. It's like, "Roar!" And in front of you, Ramus, you see from the top and bottom of the room huge teeth shut in front of you. So like jam shut. The rug on the floor ripples, throwing coins and toppling the chair, and you realize that it's actually a long, moist tongue that begins to flail around the room. And when this bellow emerges, the whole place shakes, and basically everything kind of just goes to shit. I'm gonna get everybody to roll initiative, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, we'll take a break after initiative.
Should we take a break and then we'll do all the initiative and all that when we come
Yeah,
back?
let's just take a break now. 'Cause
Okay,
I feel
let's
like a
take a
big
break.
fight's about to happen.
All right.
I think Ramus might be the only one lives because he didn't fucking come inside. God damn it. Let's take a break though, and we'll head into the final hour after this. We'll see you in just a bit.
So we're inside a mouth.
Pretty much. Yeah. We'll be right back.